What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another review by Predpool. Today we're going to be reviewing the Warhammer 40,000 Tyranid Genestealer. So this is a figure that's at this moment difficult to get. Many have placed orders on Amazon and many have had it canceled. I myself received an email about a week ago saying that they don't know when they're going to get the figure, so I can relist it as far as the order or cancel it. I said, well, might as well just continue with the order, see what happens. And it showed up today. So I'm glad that I was able to get this figure. And so far, looking at inside the box, it looks amazing. It's a very big figure. So I want to go ahead and take it out and explain, find out together as far as how the articulation is and so forth. But actually, before I do that, when you look at the box, you see there's a pair of arms here. At first I thought, you disconnect the legs and put those there, create some weird looking creature. But actually that's not the case. If you look inside the box, he's missing both his left arms. So they do it for saving the space. They have the two arms disconnected. Then I'm assuming when you take it out, you'll connect the arms onto there. All right, so let me take this thing out and let's see how this figure is. Okay, so I took him out of the box, and as far as accessories, he doesn't, you can't really count the arms because, you're gonna have to attach them, so it's not really accessories. So the only thing you're gonna really get as far as considered accessories is the stand. You notice right now I have him kind of standing hunched over. Once we get into articulation, you'll see why. But again, it's because of the type of figure that this is, the type of creature that he is. This is kind of the pose that you're going to get most out of him. So I want to go ahead and show you the two arms. This is going to be his top arm that he comes with, which you're going to put over here, and then you'll get his other arm that goes below it, which is more human looking, 5 fingers and so forth. All right, so let's see how difficult it is, if it is difficult to put them on. It's going to require some pressure. Not too bad. Was able to put it in. Just a little force, but nothing to worry about. So I'm going to put the other arm. Now, these were removed with the intention of saving space as far as in the packaging. I don't recommend to be pulling them out and pulling in constantly. Good chance you might wind up breaking it. Not that I necessarily feel that way, but again, I think the intention was only just to save space on the box, not to be having them take them out back and forth, the arms. However, you do plan to customize it, use the opportunity to do so before you do, as far as placing the arms. So okay, now that we have his arms put on, let's get this stand out of the way for a minute. Let's go over as far as the articulation. Starting with his head, he rotates around. He doesn't look down much. He does look up. You can go back up to his backbone here, and he'll go about this far. Okay, as far as his legs, he's double jointed. This is as far as they pretty much go. His arms are also double jointed. He has a ball, and then he can bend this way. As far as he does have an upper bicep swivel on all of the arms. And there's no, as far as issue with being too tight. As of right now, none of that hot blower, hair dryer, or as far as hot water required. I don't feel the need to do that so far. His wrist is the standard Mcfarlane joints that you can move around, and you can actually move the hands to adjust to how you want it. So you can have it going this way, and then you can just move the hand around so you can have the up and down if you want for some reason that kind of pose. So that's nice. I like when they have those kind of joints. As far as his legs, well, actually, before we get to his legs, his torso, he has here a slight upper torso. It's a little bit of a joint to bend down. You can't really twist this top one much. That's what the bottom one is for, mostly to twist. It does also go up and it goes down more, so you can get this kind of pose, which that is a very awkward pose, but yeah, he can go pretty far down on there. And again, I think I'm gonna be honest right now, for anyone who's watching this, who's a Warhammer fan, and who, you know, play the games, books, etc. I do not know anything about this, so I am not going to pretend. But I do appreciate the scope and so far the articulation of this figure. So as far as the legs, spread out quite a bit. He does have double jointed legs, but this is as far as you're going to get it. You're not going to get more than this as far as straighten it out. So it's more of that, kind of like that chicken leg type thing. So they go this far back, and then his feet. So in case you watch Fooch Robo, you can touch his bony butt. His spine goes all the way this way, so standing up, he again does have that weird look a little bit. So this creature is mostly meant to be crouching, looking up, crawling, and so forth. I don't think he's really meant to be standing straight, unless he's like leaping. Then you may want to have him in that position where he's kind of like straight up doing one of these. As far as the paint work, oh my gosh, this is pretty good paint work. I mean, as far as in the chest area, the head, the rest is just that bone white color. It's not like it may come off on the video here like a pure white, but in hand it has that kind of bonish white. So it's pretty neat. Alright, so let me do some comparisons as far as with some other lines. Again, if you're not a Warhammer fan or not aware too much about the stories and so forth, just an average collector can really appreciate having this figure, because you can throw it in and mix with other lines with it. One of the lines that comes straight to my mind as far as mixing, you probably can throw into Resident Evil. Someone who's good at painting can give it more of that red flesh color across the whole body, and just throw into their Resident Evil display if they don't not aware or know much about Warhammer. But let me do some comparisons with some other lines so that we can see how it also fits in other lines. Okay, so here to start off with Marvel Legends, here we have Maverick and Wolverine. Just to give you an idea again about his size. Now again, he's crouching, so I'll try to stand him up more just to give you more as far as his height. So he's pretty big for his height. And mind you, this figure on retail, he costs $19.99 before tax and so forth. And if you order online, you obviously with shipping and whatnot. But for $19, you get a lot. Now, he has difficulty standing upright. He is more of a, like I keep mentioning, he is more of a crouching figure. Alright, so let me compare some other lines. Here we have him with NECA Vasquez and NECA AVP Alien. So again, you can fit him with the NECA Space Marines, and it'll be a great creature for them to fight. Or even if you want some other creature fighting with the Xenos, you know, or make him a Xeno too, I guess. But it'd just be a nice different creature to throw into the mix. Right, more comparisons. Alright, now we have NECA AVP Arcade Predator and AVP Movie Predator. So again, something else for them to hunt. So you can throw into that franchise too if you want to. Okay, now we have with NECA Flash Gordon and Storm Collectible Cyrax. So creature for Flash to fight, creature for Cyrax to fight also. Alright, and I have one more comparison that I'll do. Okay, Now I have the Mythic Legion Vitus or Vitus and Marvel, not Marvel, I'm sorry, Mattel Revelation He-Man. So if you want to go more as far as medieval, you know, them fighting some kind of creature, well, you also have that option, I think. I think it works very well with that. So definitely something to consider when looking at this figure. So definitely a fun figure to get. If you see this figure at the store, I highly recommend you get him for $19.99. For what, you know, the articulation, how big this figure is for that price point. It's just a great deal. I had no issues with the articulation, nothing to worry about breaking. At this point, everything, you know, was tight, nothing is loose, but not tight enough where you have to heat any of the joints. The sculpt is just great. Todd, when he does creatures, he excels in this. So this is his, you know, his cup of tea. Definitely recommend getting this figure for whatever, even if you don't know about Warhammer, if you know nothing about that franchise, this figure by itself is just worth getting. For what you want to be sci-fi, if you want to do, like, you know, again, like in the last comparison I did, you know, medieval, etc., he just fits in. And again, if you do some paint work on it, you can throw him into Resident Evil. He has some as far as possibilities for customization that you can definitely use for this. So I hope this was helpful. I hope you enjoyed the review. I hope that you're able to find this figure. I know it's difficult right now, but hopefully now they should be hitting stores more, hopefully. So hopefully if you're hunting, you find them. If you're in social media and there's people out there hunting, looking for figures, helping others, and they come across this, jump on it. For $19.99, even if you paid a little extra for the shipping, which is say another $8 or $9, for $30, this figure is worth it. Now, definitely if you're able to get one or two, to kind of more than that, to do a little bit of an army build, let's say, great, because then you have a little swarm of these. Again, I can't recommend this figure enough. It's definitely a great buy. So I hope you enjoyed the review again, and until next time, to our next review. Alright, see y'all later.